Hello guys, Farmer Nerd here. I've done a job recently where I was taking away these flagstones and replacing them with stones. There's a video of that on my channel. But I've came up with the idea, I've been giving it a bit of thought over the last few days. What I'm going to do with these, instead of taking them to the dump, is use them to make a furnace down here. There's a big enough bit of land to build it. Used to have one with builder sacks stacked here. I've got all the stuff cleared out of that area now. This big pile of leaves. I'll put them in the green bin. So that's got me an area to work here now. I noticed as well that there's a manhole and a drain here. And the drain's not blocked. So I'll clear up this pile of leaves, put them in the green bin. And I've got it well cleared out now. Give it a good blow with a leaf blower. So I'm going to get a wee cup of tea here, and then we'll bring the flagstones down and begin construction of the furnace. It's time to burn. Okay guys, so I've set the first flag down. That's what I'm going to use as the base for the furnace. Now rather than cement the sides in, what I'd thought is I'll just dig a trench about the width of a flag and dig it down a few inches, and then just set the flag in, no cement or anything, and do that on the three sides. I had to move in a wee bit closer than what I'd like to the caravan because of this route, but I'll be okay. So I'll go ahead and dig the trench. This is how I'm making the trench, and luckily it's going through quite easy. I've got the little trench dug. Now it doesn't have to be too accurate, it doesn't have to get the spirit level out or anything. So what I'll do now is I'll just set the flagstones in, try and position them carefully on the three sides. Okay, well that's the basic construction put up. Now the flags are just sitting there, but they're all resting against each other, so they're reasonably solid. And they've got that little trench to sit in. I'll fill the soil in around the edges to make it even more solid. There's all the big roots I had to pull out. So I'll fill the soil in around the edges to make it more solid. But while I was on my travels, when I was demolishing a shed, there was this in it, which I salvaged, which I looked up online, and it's called a louver wall panel. But I'm thinking this would be a good chimney to split the smoke coming out so it doesn't come out in a big plume. Yes, indeed. So that's like a basic chimney, really. Now, do I want doors on the furnace? Probably not, to be honest. This will do for cooking some stuff. I'll do a test light and see what I can come up with here. It's time to burn. Hello guys, I decided I would make some final modifications before I go and light it. I'm going to use these pavers. And I found an old fire guard which I broke the edges off. I'm going to set the fire guard in here like that, and then I can keep the stuff that I'm burning off the floor. let the air in underneath to make it burn better. This is the fire guard, but to make it fit, I need to bash these feet off. So we'll go ahead and do that now. The thing's sticking into the ground. There we go. Okay. This fire guard also came out of the shed that I was taking away. Gonna have to take this bit off as well. I'll do that and then I'll get back to this bit then. Look, I've got the... No, I don't even need to take that bit off. The door goes on fine. That's the furnace. This is it ready. Going to do a test light now, see how it works, and we can always further modify it in the future after we see how it goes. There's what I've got to burn through. 7 sacks and an old shed. So do you think the furnace that I knocked up in a few hours will get the job done and produce some potting ash that I can use for potting my plants? How's it cooking? Is it ready for more wood yet? And be a wee while burning. Can always make a few modifications to it as we go, but basically that's it. Smoky Joe. You can see my louver panel that I've used as a smoke diffuser. It's fairly effective. There's not much more smoke coming off that than a barbecue. Well guys, there's the furnace on full rip. You can see the smoke coming off it, which isn't more than much more than a big barbecue. You can barely see it, look. I just work away slowly and break the wood up. You don't have to break it up that small to fit it in, which is the idea of this thing, look. Fire. Give you fire. Oh, smoke in my eyes. But you can see my diffuser's working pretty well to keep the flames in and spread the smoke. I'll have to leave a glove here for lifting that gate off. It's getting hot. It's time to burn. Smoke test again. The thing's fully ripping now. Very little smoke visible. I'll have to get a pair of tongs for taking the door off, the gloves not really. I did. But look at it. It's cooking. Oh yes. Oh yes, Jimmy. Success. I think we can call that a success. I'm not going to put any more on because I want to supervise this when I'm using it for a while anyway. Just to make sure nothing catches fire. And ooh, we're cooking, boys. Where's my peat tongs? Wouldn't want to be touching that bit of metal, I'm telling you. Whoa, feel the heat off that. If I made one of these inside my shed, put a chimney on it, just move into the shed, free heating. So some of the plant leaves have got a bit toasted, like, but hopefully the whole plant won't die. Maybe about half of it will get toasted, but there's compromises and all these things. So, if you're local and you would like a furnace, so you don't have to go to the dump too often, or you just want to stay really hot, because you could sit out here naked and you'd be roasting, hit me up. I've got the materials. I can do it for you in one day. 250 quid. We'll get it sorted. As you can see, folks, the furnace is a big success. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'll have that driveway cleared. All the best, folks. Praise the Lord. Well, guys, that's it. Petering out now for the night. There's still a decent bit of heat coming off it, like. Although you can put your hand in here now, whereas before you could barely put your hand near there before it was getting roasted. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. The main inspiration I had for this was an old game called Rust, where everyone spawned on the beach naked, and you had to lift a rock and go and start bashing a tree and get what you need to survive. And hopefully by the end of a few days you'll have a furnace to keep yourself warm. So I hope this is some encouragement for you to be spontaneous and creative. And sometimes when every bone in your body is telling you not to do something, that's when you know you should do it. All the best, folks. Praise the Lord.